So let's look at some techniques from De La Riva Guard. So De La Riva, if our opponent's standing here, there's a couple of key elements. One, I want a cross-side grip on his sleeve. The second is I want to use this close hand to grab his ankle here. So I want to grab right at his ankle, and this leg is going to weave over, and my toes are placed right on his like inner thigh. So I'm sitting on top of his foot. To ground it here, I'm grabbing behind his ankle. I've got this cross-side grip, and this foot is weaved around. This leg, the opposite side leg, is pretty critical. It has to be on some point where I have purchase. I prefer the knee because I can kind of get him to, I can affect his balance this way. It could be on his shoulder, but it can't go between his legs because now I've lost the essence of the guard. So this one is placed on his knee is where I'd advise you to start. Once we have this, there's a number of different options from here, but a good basic sweep is I'm going to unweave this foot, place it on his hip. This far side foot gets behind his opposite side knee. I'm going to push with this foot. I'm going to pull with my hand on his ankle, and I'm going to pull with this foot behind his knee and come up. A second option here is again from that De La Riva position. I've got his ankle sitting on top of his foot. This leg is weaved around his foot, and this foot is positioned on his knee. There's a couple of different options, but the ball and chain sweep is a good one. So in this case, I'm going to use his hand and my abdominal muscles to sit up here. So I'm going to kind of abandon this base position and sit up. Once I have this, I want to reach this hand between his legs and get this far side arm and bring it down. So if we pivot here all the way around. So again, I'm gone from that basic De La Riva position here to sit up, weave this hand in between and grab his sleeve and pull down. So I get this configuration where I've reached around this leg to grab this far sleeve. I'm going to grab his collar, and this foot is going to block his foot. I'm going to pull down here and drive him to the side and come up on top. Another sweep available from here that's pretty cool, actually, in my opinion, is off of that same move. We're going to have that De La Riva configuration. And in this case, we sit up and we want to go for that ball and chain sweep. But our opponent is wise to what we're trying to do, and so they posture up. Now I'm going to grab this. I'm going to swap my legs here. So I'm oriented this way. And as I stand, I can drive him back. I stay close like a single leg takedown. I'm going to drive up and push and take my opponent down. The last sweep we're going to look at from there is a back take. So if we reverse over here, Thomas. If we have that De La Riva position, again, sleeve grip, we've got this ankle, our foot is on top, and we've weaved this leg in. I am going to take this far leg, and I'm going to weave it behind his thigh. Now, I'm going to sit up and grab his belt as I move myself behind him, and I'm going to take this far leg and weave it behind his leg so I can push, pull, and get back control. So looking at that last De La Riva sweep from a slightly different angle here, if he's positioned up, we have that De La Riva grip. Here, we're pushing with this foot. Now what I can do is I can weave this leg all the way over and behind his thigh. From here, I have to move myself to this side. So I'm going to use this leg and I'm going to kind of push myself up and post on my hand back here as I grab his belt. I want to get myself as close to neutral or behind him as I can, and I'm going to kick this leg in behind his other thigh and then kick forward to take the back.